it's Oa and welcome back to my channel for another bullet journal video. And as you may see from the beginning of this video, I am missing the first few clips, so we will jump straight into this video. And I am using a dingbat notebook from the Hoaslife collection for this April setup. So if you want to get one for yourself, you can check out the link in the description box down below. And I have a coupon code for you guys, which is OA10 for 10% off your first and next order. So today I will be making my April weekly spread with you guys. If you haven't seen my plan with me for my monthly setup, I highly encourage you to do it, and I will put it in the cards at the top of the video and also in the description box. My theme for this month is cherry blossom and butterflies, or minimalist butterflies, which you can see me add at the top of this spread. And as I said, the beginning of this is deleted. I don't know how it happened, but I basically did a layout with 7 boxes, one for each day, and the 8th spot is used to add some doodles, and at the top I added a small box to add which week it is, and then a line of color, which I did use my Tombow markers, my dual brush ones, and I added all along the line some butterflies to tie it with the theme. And then I went in and added the days of the week in the corner of the boxes with darker pink. And one of the last thing I did for this spread is to add the name of the weeks next to the date, just using simple cursive lettering, just to keep it simple since there's already a lot of doodles. And I will add a close-up of all the spreads once they are finished, so you will be able to see a little bit more, and also you will be able to see a little bit better of the flowers that I did. I also forgot to mention that all of my supplies will be in the description box down below, so if you are interested in knowing exactly what I use, you can find all of them there. And the spread is pretty much done, and we will be able to move on to the next weekly spread. And in this video I have 5 for you guys because there is a little bit more weekly spreads in April, and I also have technically this one is the last one of March, but I added it to April. Also, I'm really sorry if my voice is a little bit off. I am starting to get a cold. Hopefully you can't hear it too much, but yeah, if my voice sounds a little weird, that's the reason. So we are onto the second weekly spread, and this one is complete. And I went for something really simple and minimal to have a lot of space for doodling. So as you can see, I did just a line at the top, which is 1 square wide, and then every day just has a line going down to separate it. And I will just have the line at the top in the light pink color, which is for the butterflies, and then off the side on the left side I have a whole lot of flowers and branches going off from the side. At the bottom of the left page I added a small calendar. That's something that I really love to do to see where I'm at in the month, just because I have a tendency to forget that the present week is not all, and that sometimes I have to think about other things that are going to happen later. So it's just a little reminder of where I am in the month. It's really helpful. And I also have my little butterflies, which are the same color as the light pink of the header of the spread, I guess. And then I made my little cherry blossom in color, which I used a lighter shade of pink, but still darker than the butterflies. And then just in the center, I added a tiny little pop of a darker, even darker pink to have this cherry blossom style. And then obviously I colored in the branches in brown. There is cherry blossom trees that are with a darker shade or even really dark branches, but I decided to go with a lighter brown just because that's what I had on hand and it does look a little bit better. So that's just the way I did it, and I'm really so excited for this theme and being able to use those spreads. I just am in love with this. It's so pretty. The second part of the spread on the right, I kept it really simple, just a note section, a little butterflies, and a couple of flowers. And then I added the names of the day at the top, and that's all for the spread. I kept it really simple and just overall just colorful, but also not too overwhelming, because it's pretty easy to get those type of spread really too busy and it doesn't look good. And now we are on to the third weekly spread, which is a little bit of a different style. Here you can see me doing a calendar at the top, starting a calendar at the top of the left spread. I also have a note section over on the left, and on the right I have an event section, which are all the parts that I already did. And then I did underneath the calendar 3 streaks of color, which will be for 3 days. And then on the right side of the spread I had space for 4, so I have all of my days. And then I just decorated the rest of the spread with butterflies and or branches of flowers. It honestly looks really cool. I debated for a while whether the streak of color should have a black outline like I sometimes do. Decided not to do this just because I liked it better that way, and it made it a little bit less busy and just overall more pleasing to the eyes. It does make it harder to make because there's not the outline. You have to actually make straight lines, which is not as easy as it may appear, but I did it. Also, please ignore the fact that in some of the clips, my left finger is hyper extended. I have hypermobile fingers, so sometimes they look really weird on camera, so sorry for that. But yeah, that's basically this spread. I then put everything into color, added the name of the days on the streak of color as well as the dates, and also wrote notes in the note section, and then a little pop of color in the event section, and obviously writing which date they are for. And I really love using event section just because it frees so much space in the actual weekly part for to-dos. And so you have 2 separate things, and if you only are looking for events, you can find them a lot easier. I will have at the beginning all the measurements to make it yourself, so if you are interested in that, I should put it while I'm editing this video. Hopefully I remember to do it. But this is already the end of this weekly spread, which means that we can move on to my favorite one of this month. This is inspired by one that I did this July, which was last July because it was last year. I had an origami theme, which was super cute, but I did this layout, with the boxes for the days pushed on the side and freeing a column in the middle to add some doodles and all of that, and it's my favorite. So I have 3 on each side for the boxes, and I have one that is for the weekend, and on the left side at the top a little calendar and what week it is. I use the weeklies, the numbers from the beginning of the school year. I was in high school. I had to drop out because unfortunately my school is not wheelchair friendly or just overall disabled friendly, and I could not go anymore. But I still use the count of the weeklies just because it's what's the easiest, so I just keep going with it. And I did a cursive style lettering for each one of the days, which you will be seeing in a minute, and used the line of the boxes to brighten the days, which I think looks really cool. I really love that little pop, and then added with the darker pink the numbers of the date underneath, and then at the middle I just added a bunch of branches, flowers, and a whole lot of butterflies, even some hiding in the branches. I had so much fun making this. It was really, really cool. I just love it. It's honestly so fun. And the idea for this theme came from Pinterest. I saw the cherry blossoms and I thought, oh, that's pretty cool, but also a lot of people have done it before, so I thought, how could I make it a little bit more unique? And I thought about the minimalist butterflies, which is just a simpler version of butterflies, which I saw in a yearly setup, which was butterfly themed. If I found this video, I will link it down below, but I'm not sure if I will be able to find it again. But it was beautiful, and that gave me the idea, and I just combined both by doing the butterflies in pink, so it go overall well with the color scheme, and I just love it. So if you want to see me using those spreads, I have a TikTok where I do daily videos filling up my bullet journal, so if you want to see that, then you can follow me there. I have it in the description box down below, and I would love to see you guys there. I just hit 400 people there, followers, which is kind of insane. But we are done with this weekly, so we are moving on to the last one, which is a little bit of a different style than what I normally do, because I am still getting used to this style. I did a similar one to this in November, if I'm correct, but I only did a strike of color, which this one I did with the little boxes for each day, which is just one square wide, and then for half of the page. And I have one for each one of the days, and then a note section on the bottom right of the page, and then around it I added some decorations and doodles, and I'm not sure how practical it's gonna be to actually use, because I went a little overboard with all of the doodling and branches that I did not let some of the days have a lot of space for writing, so hopefully it's gonna be good enough, but I'm not really sure how practical this is gonna be. It's not too bad. Obviously I'm gonna have to deal with it, but it does look really cool. So if it's not practical, at least it's pretty, and that's enough. So now you can see me add the colors. I chose to go with the lighter pink since I have a little less of it. Since it's only the butterflies that carry that color, I have a lot less of it. So I can use that one more and then have the flowers of the two darker colors. And yeah, I just colored everything in. I did the days in the boxes, and I also added a tiny calendar at the top in the middle, which is right over the Tuesday. And that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe for more. And also don't forget to go check out my other social medias if you want to be part of the family. And I will also see you guys in my next video. I have vlogs twice a week and bullet journal videos every Saturday. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!